Hey y'all, it's your girl Brianna.
And I'm Ash, and welcome to the Unapologetic as Fuck podcast.
This is a podcast where we encourage our audience to be unapologetically themselves in all walks of life.
So sit back, relax, and here's your introduction to be unapologetic as fuck this weekend. Brie, it's our first episode. How do you feel?
I am so excited. I've been wanting to have a podcast for so long, and when you pulled up on me and you was like, bro, let's do this. Yeah. I'm like, yes.
No, honestly, I knew that Bree would be the perfect partner for me. And you guys are going to get a glimpse into that this episode, but you'll be seeing that for many, many more episodes. I'm so excited for what we have in store. Yes. It's not called Unapologetic as Fuck for no reason.
And that's a fact.
Yeah.
Period.
We're definitely going to be being very uncomfortable, talking about a lot of different topics. As you can see, the title of this podcast or the title of this episode is called Cheating Respectfully or
Respectfully Cheating.
So just sit back, relax, and we're so happy that you guys have joined us for episode number 1.
Yes. On top of that, I'm not really wearing any makeup, so that's how you know I'm being unapologetically myself.
That's fucking right.
No lashes, my hair not done really, but we still cute out here.
Yeah. So Bree, what you sipping on today?
I'm sipping on water.
I am also sipping on water.
Why?
We're trying to get these bodies right. So I'm trying to lose some weight. And Bree,
I'm trying to gain weight.
Yeah.
It has been the hardest thing ever.
So Bree, do you want to tell us a little bit about that? What it's been like to gain weight?
It's been really hard. I got this virtual training thing from this girl on Twitter. I was like, you know what? Let me just pay the money because I don't know what I'm doing in the gym.
Right.
So I bought it and I have not been consistent at all.
Yeah. So, and you even were telling me about how you had to wake up at 7 a.m.
yes,
to
eat. Oh my gosh, y'all. The schedule to eat is you have to wake up at 7, you have to make some sort of breakfast and then eat again at 10 and then eat again at 12. And that's just too much for me. I feel that's too much. Yeah. So at this point, I'm drinking shakes and they're breaking me out. And it's just not working. It's not working. So at this point, I'm about to do a skinny BBL.
Right. I love it. Okay. You know what? Did you actually, I actually saw a video on Twitter of a girl who did a skinny BBL and she looked great.
Yeah. But I still feel like I have to gain some pounds in order for me to get a skinny BBL. Right. So at this point, the gym is my friend.
I mean, maybe if we go to the Dominican Republic together, maybe I can transfer some to you. Do you think that they'll accept that?
If only our bodies didn't reject certain things.
We don't even know if we have the same blood type, but it's okay.
It's okay.
So,
but yeah, how has your week been though, bro?
Honestly, it's been a little stressful. It's just I quit my job a few months ago, and I am trying to be disciplined, and that is difficult. I cannot lie.
No, facts.
So I'm you know what? I think I'm gonna go and look for a job again because I've been way too stressed and bills still have to get paid.
Money affaire.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's honestly where I've been. I did start journaling this week. My therapist gave me the assignment last week to start journaling. But I started this week. I did it once and I felt good. So I'm going to continue with that. But other than that, pretty chill week. So,
girl, let me tell you about my week. First of all, we're going to get into this because that's a part of our segment, Audacious as Fuck. I had some woman, first of all, I got into a mini car accident. And the audacity of this woman. Yo, I bust the U-turn, right? Bust the U-turn. I'm like, okay, you know how you're waiting for the oncoming traffic that you make the U-turn in is stopped at a red light, right? I'm waiting for the light to go green so I can straighten out myself and continue going into the street or continue driving.
Right.
Now, this woman in front of me, she starts backing up her car.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold on. Where you going?
Right.
So I start honking my horn for her to stop. Shorty does not stop. She hits right into my car.
She definitely gets the Audacious Award
Benz
this
Bimmer.
week. She does.
She gets the Audacious. Yeah, she gets the Audacious as Fuck award this week.
Yeah.
Because what?
I'm really sorry that you went through that.
I'm so hurt. It hurts my feelings because I've been such a good driver.
Right.
And like for that one thing to happen.
No, I understand.
Can you believe that?
No. But don't worry.
And then on top of that, yo, the mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
are charging me an arm and a leg to fix 2 little cracks in my bumper and like a dent in my fender.
And that is why I do not speak to mechanics. I let my boyfriend take control of that because I already know that once they hear this voice or they see this face, they're like dollar signs in both of their eyes.
Yeah,
okay,
for
so
sure.
I'm like, you know what? You're not gonna charge me a crazy price, but just because I'm a woman, absolutely not. So
exactly.
I let men control that.
But you see, I'm single. I don't got a man.
No, it's not even about that.
I don't really got nobody to help me either. Like, I don't have a guy to be like, oh, this is gonna be the price.
Don't worry, because my boyfriend is here for both of us. He's gonna take control. Okay,
you see? This is
I
what
got
you need
you,
friends
bro.
for. This is what you need friends for.
I got you, bro.
And
Don't
that's
worry.
Period.
So, Bree,
yes.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
Why do men cheat?
That is a good question. That is such a good question, and I don't know why they cheat. Like, first of all, we're going to get into it. Did you see the clip of Megan talking about cheating respectfully?
I did.
What were your thoughts? Basically, if you guys haven't seen the clip, she said that she doesn't mind if her man cheats on her respectfully. And that just means that she doesn't have to find out to keep the girls or the hoes in line. And she's not leaving her man for a one-night stand. The only time she will leave her man is if he brings her an STD, gets someone else pregnant, or he's gay. So,
you know, I have a couple of questions about that. How many one-night stands are you going to let go by? Mm-hmm. How are you going to prevent STDs and pregnancy? Right. At that point, it's too late, sis.
Yeah.
Like, he can cheat as respectfully as he wants to. Condoms break. Condoms have holes in them sometimes.
And
like,
right. And on top of that, people start having oral sex. Like, there's oral sex, there's kissing, there's anal sex.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not always as cut and dry as people make it to seem.
Right.
There's a lot of gray areas when it comes to that.
Yeah. And I just feel like cheating has been so normalized. And, you know, I saw this quote that it's like, that was like, just because something is normalized does not mean that it's okay. And I feel like that's one thing that people are just like, oh, like men and their urges. Like, I honestly don't give a fuck about that. Like, it's a respect thing. Respect me, respect who I am.
Exactly. And I also feel like if you feel like you want to step out on the relationship, why don't you just be single?
No, seriously. And people say that like you're naive for thinking that way, but I'm like, no, like I want you to leave me and live your life. Like,
so
I have no problem.
Yeah,
I have no problem if you're like, yo, like I want to live my life. What can I do? Like, obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and say like it wouldn't hurt. Like, but at the same time, like I do not want you to bring that into my house. Like,
yeah, facts.
I'm so good on that.
Facts. I actually have a story of a guy cheating on me. Freshman year of college, I was dating this guy. And I was so into him, like so head over heels for him. Nobody can tell me nothing. That was my man, right? So he also took my virginity.
Yeah.
So after he took my virginity, we were dating each other. I was like so into him. But we were arguing about a lot of things. I felt like he didn't give me enough time or spend enough quality time with me. And then there was like other things within the mix. When it hit now, spring break, y'all, I don't know what it is about breaks in college, but when it hits spring break,
it's something in the air, bro.
It's something. First of all, he started acting really, really weird. But once spring break came, he like just the weirdness intensified.
Right.
So I'm texting him like, "What's wrong with you? Like, what's happening? Is everything okay with us?" Come to find out, well, he broke up with me. Spring break, like it's not working out. And then I came to find out I hung out with some girl. I know the story's kind of all over the place, but I hung out with some girl. And she basically was the one he cheated on me with. So I hung out with some girl. And because I'm such a cool, down-ass person, she realized like how cool I am. And I guess she started feeling guilty about it. So Shorty came back to me after a week. So we came back to school. And like, I think that same week after school or 2 weeks after that, she was just like, I got to tell you something. And I was like, what do you have to tell me? Like, what is it about? And she basically was just like, you know, she didn't even tell me what it was about. I was just like, is it about so-and-so?
Yeah.
And she was like, yes. Girl, I was like, wait, what? So I started shaking. You know when you get like anxious and you're like, what? What are you talking about? Come to find out, he cheated on me with this girl right before spring break, right? And what hurt me the most, he didn't use no protection. He ate shorty out, and the next day he decided to kiss me. Like, I just feel like that's so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful.
Let me say this. Any person that decides to perform oral sex on someone else and then has the nerve to come kiss me on my lips and I find out, I'm choking the fuck out of you.
Oh, but I didn't get to the best part.
Yeah.
I didn't get to
no,
the best
go
part.
ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to say that.
He may watch this podcast too.
Good. And you deserve to be choked the fuck out.
Though. I have no beef. This is mad long ago, but
still deserve to be choked the fuck out.
So after I found out, I started texting him like, so she came to my dorm room or my dorm hall. My building actually, and she was just giving me all the tea, like the text messages. She was showing me everything. I was asking her questions, and she was just like, "I don't think you should be upset with him." Basically, he was telling everybody that we weren't together. He was like, "Me and Brey are not together," and she just thinks that we're together, like making me seem to be as if I'm delusional.
Right.
And she telling me all the tea, and she's like, "Don't be mad at him." So I'm like, "Girl, you want me to be mad at you?" Like, I didn't get mad at her. This was the first time this situation ever happened to me, and I did not get mad at the woman. Like, I was mad at her, and I was pissed because I'm like, "Damn!" But like, he was the one who stepped out on a relationship and was telling people that we weren't together.
Right.
So I was like, "Shorty, like, either you gonna get decked or he gonna get decked." She was like, "I don't want to get faked. I don't want to get punched." I was like, "All right, so step over here."
Right. Telling me about shouldn't be mad at him, bitch.
Are you dumb? Are you really dumb?
Right.
So I started blowing up his phone and I'm like, yo, like, I need to meet you. First of all, I was like, I want my sweater back. Right. I'm not the type to take back gifts, but I was so hurt. Like, you had the audacity to do all that. So I'm like, I want my sweater back that I bought you. Like mad other stuff. And he was like, I'm not at my room right now. Like, I'm not coming, blah, blah. I was like, no, you better come right now.
Right.
He ends up coming to his dorm room and I pull up with my friend. Well, we're not friends anymore, but I pull up with this girl that I used to be close to. And after that, I asked him questions. I was like, his roommate was in the room too. I asked him questions. I'm like, hey, did you cheat on me with so-and-so?
Right. It's not funny.
He was like, yeah. No remorse. No, nothing in his face. Right. No emotion. No nothing. So I'm like, so you had sex with her? Like, he was like, yeah. I said, so you ate her, like, you ate her pussy?
Right.
Yeah. No emotion. No nothing. So then I'm like, and then you decide to kiss me after the next day? He said, yeah. I say, like, I decked him. I think I gave him 2 punches, and all you heard from him was, yo. Like, bro, I felt like everything went black. Like, literally, you know how people say they go black? Things went black. Like, I was just like, no way. Like, the rage that I felt. Yeah. The person that I was with, she decided to pull me back and out the room, and I was violating him. I talked about, like, his a parent of his that passed away. I regret saying that, though. Because I felt like that was too much, but I was so upset. I wanted to pour boiling hot water on him. Right. But, I just think that if you're going to cheat, just be single or let the person know, like, hey, like, and that's the thing. A lot of men want to keep the woman that they're with because the woman that they're with would give them whatever, like, nurtures them or takes care of them or do certain things that other women wouldn't do. And I don't know if they just want to try different vagina or, like, it's just the temptation of it all, but it's not fair to the person that you're going to hurt. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I completely agree with you. And I just feel like you said, it's unfair. I think that men feel like women don't have urges or whatever like, the case may be.
If I see, you know Kofi? The celebrity?
Right.
Kofi! Right. I want to do stuff with him, but I'm not because I love you. And let's just say if that was a scenario, right? Yeah.
But that's the thing. I just feel like you said, like, there are quotes and there are so many sayings about how people are just like, oh, with men, like, you don't have to do anything to cheat. Like, in the sense of, you could cook, you could clean, you could give him the best sex in the world.
When he
you
can do the gok 4,000.
Right.
You can do the tornado. You could wash his car.
I'm gonna say, you could, when he come in the door, you could bow at his feet and be like, yes, daddy, let me take his shoes off.
Kiss his big toe.
And he would still cheat. And I feel like, but why?
But why though?
Why do I have to like live a life like that or expect a life like that? I don't think that that's the case. Like, yes, a lot of men do cheat, but I feel like that's not okay. Yeah. Like I said, just because it's normalized doesn't mean that it's okay. And I feel like other men are out there that would not cheat. So why the fuck do I have to accept you and your bullshit?
That's a fact.
I don't, like, you telling me that I have to let you indulge in kiddie behavior? Like, you're an adult. And like, even going back to the Megan clip, like, you're an adult. Women throwing pussy at you. You don't know how to say no.
Facts. There's no such thing as respectfully cheating or cheating respectfully. There's no respect there.
Yeah. And I just feel like you're so selfish. Cheating is a selfish act, because it's like, are you not thinking about the person you're with? And honestly, not even to like, I mean, yes, we're gonna bring it up, but the Derek Jackson thing. Like we got this idea like to bring it up before, but it's just like that situation. One, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I could not. His videos would come up. I never watched them. I
did.
And it's only because I don't know why. I just never felt intrigued by it. Like, my spirit never led me. And now I know, holy shit, just like my spirit just never led me to watch a video of his. And then it's like, you're a self-proclaimed relationship guru, and boom, you come out cheating. And you're a big ass cheater.
You know what's so funny? I didn't even know that he was married.
Me either.
Bro, like I used to watch his videos because I thought like the way he made his videos targeted to his audience, I felt like, all right, he's gonna tell me about the ain't shit men, or tell me like the things that I should look for men that ain't shit. But I also had in the back,
the nigga that he was talking about.
Right. But the funny thing is, I also had in the back of my head, like, why don't you have a woman? Like, you given all this advice, why are you single? You seem like the perfect guy or the perfect man. So I thought he was just like a bachelor. It wasn't until like last year that he posted, I think, his wedding photos. And I'm like, wait, you're married? Like, what is this?
I never watched him, never followed him. I just was like, nah. But you know what's crazy is that, I'm not sure if you saw, but there were like released like text messages, and his side piece was talking about how
this side gal,
he was like when he would record videos, the house that he was in front of was her fucking house, bro.
But you see, and
that's what I'm talking about.
But that's another thing about the house too, Miss Jackson, because I don't know, I think her name is Danae. I'm gonna just say Miss Jackson. She took a picture in front of the house recently. So whose house is it? Whose house is it? Correct in the back, like, whose house is it though? For real,
I genuinely couldn't answer that for you, but I just feel like it's fucked up, and it's like, you talking a whole big game, but you're the niggas that your own wife should be staying away from. Like, and she's made her own comments about she's gonna leave it in Jesus' hands. That's cool. But at the end of the day, like, I just feel like, bro, you really embarrassed someone that you made a commitment to.
Yeah.
And how do you feel okay with
really
that?
Badly, too. It also poses the question now, right? Do you think all men cheat? Like, do you think it's instilled for them to just cheat? Because here's my thing, right? You got monogamous relationships, and it seems like monogamy is looked upon as being more traditional. Call me traditional, whatever, but I like my monogamy. Yeah. Then you got polyamory relationships or polygamous relationships that are being more normalized now, which is fine. Yeah. If you two like that, or you three like that, cool. But like, does that goes to say that it's just a scientific fact that men will cheat on you? Like, because there's some people say that there's science behind like the male species, that they're not meant to only impregnate one person. Like, they're meant to impregnate so many people. That's why they have so many sperm counts or whatever. Don't quote me on that. Allegedly.
Right. Right.
Allegedly. But like, what do you think, bro?
So I have I've heard that, you know, men, because of their testosterone levels, that is what, you know, causes them to have such a high sex drive. But I feel like some women have high sex drive, so I feel like that's neither here nor there, and they still don't cheat. But no, I do
and
not.
it's not to say that, not to cut you off, it's not to say that women don't cheat. Women do cheat, right? And it doesn't make it right either. So we don't want to make it
respectfully by anyone is
not okay. Anyone is not okay. But in this case, I guess we're speaking about men because those are our experiences. But women ain't shit either. Some of them.
So no, I agree, and I think that when you look at men and like this idea that cheating is a part of them, I don't think that it's necessarily a part of them. I feel like it's something that's been taught. Like if it was normalized that men should stay faithful, men would be faithful. We live in a fucking patriarchal society. Like I'm not gonna sit here and like.
But do you feel like it was normalized? Like I feel like growing up, everyone said that you have to be faithful or you have to, but maybe it was
to
pushed
men.
Okay,
come
not
on, think
to men.
about it. Like think about okay, so you have a sister, but I just feel like when you look at how men are raised traditionally versus women, like you could even watch a TV show, like most of the time men are taught like to live a certain way. Like even, you know, growing up, like I was told like, I guess I was really told like not to have sex at all. My brother, the sex talk that my dad had with him was, do you have condoms or use condoms? And
bro,
like, that's why I say it's normalized.
Right.
You know, men are always taught like, okay, men are afraid to have daughters, right? Why? They feel like, oh, I don't want her to grow up and be a hoe. Or, oh, I don't want her to like, you know, have sex at a young age because I don't know what I'm going to do, blah, blah, blah. But like with your son, men want sons. They're like, yes, like bring all the bitches to the house and all that stuff. This is a quote, not me saying that, but you know, like bring all the bitches to the house. Like, you know, he's going to get his freedom, whatever the case is. Like they're afraid of teenage pregnancy for their daughters, but not their sons. So that's why I feel like it's, and this is my opinion. I just feel like it's taught. I do not feel like it's something that needs to be done. Like men don't need to cheat. They're just taught like it's okay to.
Okay, I feel that. I can see that. Or observe. Observe because they see maybe their father cheating or their mom cheating on their dad. So, or even like women too, like maybe it could be observed as well. And that whole thing of like some girl or some guy broke my heart in kindergarten, so I'm not gonna be faithful. Right. You gotta heal that trauma, babe. Heal it.
You were 5 years old, baby. You're 30 now. Get over it and yourself. But you know what it is? Like even with women cheating, and I'm not defending this at all. It's more so like women we are never allowed to take control of our own bodies. So like even if women cheat, like you're still looked down upon. And they were talking about that. Like show me a guy who has stayed when a woman has cheated. And I'm not saying that there's no guy that has stayed. I'm just saying that it's for the most part, like if you look at a woman who cheats on her significant other versus a man, it's like, oh, he made a mistake, blah, 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 blah. Back. Like but then for women, it's like, yo, she's a hoe, she's a slut, like she has no morals, blah, blah, blah.
They can never take what they dished out. I used to tell my ex that all the time. Like the things that you put me through, like you would not be able to handle it if I was to do the same to you.
You would literally rip your heart out your chest.
You'd be crying.
If I did what you did to me.
Because here's my thing. I'm going to do it 10 times worse. And I'm also a Scorpio, so.
Yeah. And you know, that also brings me to, let's talk about monogamy versus polygamy. So, like you said, you feel like monogamy is the more traditional way. Do you feel like it's difficult to be monogamous? Or to have a monogamous relationship?
Good question. I feel like for a lot of people, it isn't. Like for me personally, it isn't. Because I think I'm kind of, I don't want to use the term possessive, right? But I'm going to be myself. I do tend to be, I get jealous. And I do have a little bit of possessiveness over someone. But I'm trying to rewire my brain to be like, I can't possess someone. Like I have to share the experience that I'm having with that person. But like, I don't want to share with another human. Like, you and I are like, we're one, you know, and I don't feel comfortable. Like if I see you giving more attention to her, I'm gonna get tight.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like people can be monogamous, but they just don't want to anymore. They just think, because so many things in society are changing.
Yeah.
Even, we're not even going to get into it, but even like with the gender norms, or like the different genders, or like, it's just so many different things. We'll talk about that in a different episode, but so many things are being like changed and normalized and like fixed. And
right.
I don't know. Polygamy, I don't know. I don't really have much to say on polygamy. What do you think about polygamy?
So, like a little like history or like a fun fact, like polygamy used to be very common, but it wasn't so that men would be able to sleep with a lot of women. It was more so that
to have more kids.
Yeah. And so that they would be able to raise their kids together. So like, having that community of women to like, say, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. So it was like that. When I went to college, I had a professor who came in, and she was talking about that. Like, her dad and her mom were in a polygamous relationship. I guess it was her dad that would be in a polygamous relationship, but whatever. Right. So they were in a polygamous relationship. So he had different wives. I think he had 2 other wives.
Wow.
So they all like lived together. She had a lot of siblings and stuff like that. And they all like, the moms all worked together to like build this home. So it wasn't necessarily about the sex. It was more so community building.
Right. Like,
so now I think that it has been transformed to something else, and I don't necessarily have an issue with polygamy. Like,
that's why.
And that's the thing, it's not for me, right? But it's more so like, if you find happiness in your polygamous relationship, that is fine. But I feel like, sometimes people will be like, oh, I'm polygamous, but it's like, no, you're just a fucking cheater.
Yeah. What I want to see more of? I do want to see more of like women with multiple men.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be deemed as, oh, she being a hoe, or she getting trans ran on her, or like her men are gay. Like they do gay acts with each other. And
that's
like,
not true.
It's not true. Like there are a couple of women who have 2 men.
Yeah, and to be honest, like the men won't necessarily even interact with each other. Like polygamy can come in all forms, like you said, like there could be a woman
lesbian relationship.
Yeah, there could be a woman and 2 men, a man and 2 women, a lesbian relationship, and things like that, where, you have different partners, and that doesn't mean that all your partners are together. So that like polygamy overall never means that just because I'm with these 2 people that these two people are together as well. Usually it's like, me and Bree are married, and then I have a girlfriend, and maybe we interact, but or maybe I should say maybe they interact, or we all interact together, but for the most part I'm the person with another partner. And then if Bree chooses to, she would have another partner of her own. So like I said, polygamy is not for me. I could not take that many personalities. It's difficult to even handle.
Matter of fact,
one
how
boyfriend.
would your boyfriend feel though? Like what would he say?
Honestly,
if you would be like, babe, how do you feel about a polygamous relationship? Like, can I have my own man?
Oh, let me tell you that right now. He'd be like, no. I think that if
it was a woman, he'd be like, yes.
Right.
Like, pull up.
But you know what it is? Like, I don't know. I think that that's a fair question, because I feel like having a threesome is so different than a polygamous relationship. So I don't know if he would want like another woman. Like, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I feel like he wouldn't necessarily want another girlfriend, only because he might be stressed out. I have like 4 different personalities on my own.
So you're saying that I'm good enough.
I don't think that. No, it's not even about. I'm great enough.
And that's on
But
period.
I don't even think that it's a matter of great enough. I think it's more so like he would go insane. He would go insane. So I don't know.
Twice
if he'd be
the
able
money,
to handle that.
Twice the attention.
Yeah. Bree, how do you feel about threesomes?
Girl. All right, she's trying to get spicy on the first episode.
Yeah, why not?
All right. I've been in a couple of threesomes. Yeah, I have.
And I don't have an issue. Sorry,
no. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask. Like, has it ever been with a partner? Like, has it been your boyfriend?
No. I would not do that.
You know, okay, so this is not really about cheating, but we're talking about threesome. So why not? Have you ever heard of sex clubs?
I have.
Do you think you would ever go to one?
I want to observe.
Oh my God, I don't want my parents to listen to this.
Yeah, we don't. Would you?
I would.
But you would to to participate?
Like I would go with my boyfriend.
To participate?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, how do you feel about that?
He always says no. And you know what it is? It's not like I feel like I would. Like, I can't say if
who would you participate with though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I would engage with anyone because I don't know these people.
Right. That's my biggest thing.
But the thing is, you
diseases are so big for me. Like,
I think you have to get tested before. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. Do not quote me on that.
I don't know.
But honestly,
how do you even find one? Like, do you be like?
There's some in New York.
But do you Google it?
You listen to the right podcast, you'll find it. But you know what it is? You don't even have to like have sex with other people to, engage in a sex club. Like you could go and fuck your partner and like people are there.
But wouldn't you feel like
it's like a club, like
like but
go to a club.
I feel like I'll be a little bit self-conscious.
Dancing together doesn't mean that I dance with everybody in the club.
No, okay, that's true.
Yeah,
I hear that.
Yeah.
Period. Per.
But like you said, you'd be self-conscious.
I'll be self-conscious though, not because I can't do my thing,
right?
But like. You gonna see how I do the gok 4000? Like you might learn. Imagine if somebody watching me like, dang. Or,
they might.
I'd rather observe.
Really?
Yeah. This is like my thought process right now. I'd rather observe for right now.
I don't even know if this is gonna make the cut, but we're
Facts.
talking, so
Facts.
Why not?
That's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Bro, we should look for one.
I'm down.
We should.
So. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about, Bree?
We got a whole bunch of things. We have current events for you guys that you may not know about.
Yeah, so let's get into it, Bree.
Yeah, big fact. What was your first current event?
So I don't know if you guys have heard, but weed has been legalized. For all you guys who don't know, we are in Brooklyn, New York.
Boop, boop, bop, bop.
So weed has been legalized in New York, Bree. How do you feel?
I feel like about time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready for dispensaries to be open up now,
I was
though.
just going to say that.
But it says that it's going to take about 18 months.
Yep.
That's mad long.
Yeah.
That's mad long.
I feel like I'm going to pass out by then. Like, what the hell?
How do you feel about it? Are you, like, mad excited?
I am. Because, I have not been able to smoke. So I'm here and I'm like, yo, I want a dispensary so that I can go and speak to someone.
Instead of having to go to Cali.
Yeah, and be like, yo, I'm paranoid. When I get high, I'm paranoid. I want to know what's the type of weed that would work for me. What type of edibles would work for me.
Exactly. It's not always gas that gonna work for me. I got that sour. Sour don't work. So what else you got?
Right.
Or when they say Gorilla Glue, what is that? Do you know the strain?
Yeah.
Because maybe sativa don't work for me.
And you know what it is? Have you ever smoked moon rock?
What is that?
Right? Moon rock is what it's called, Layton, right? Moon rock?
What's moon rock? That sounds like meth.
So let me tell you, it's like you have to take it, and it's like it's expensive as fuck. No, it's weed, but it's like you sprinkle. I know it sounds like you're lacing your shit, but you're not. You just take it, and you have to you could only smoke a little bit.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not. I'm
you
already
sprinkle it with
I be
your
bugging
weed.
when it comes to weed sometimes.
This is when I used to really smoke.
Okay.
So I don't even think I took too many pulls because I was like, you're not gonna kill me.
Absolutely not. That reminds me of dabs or no.
Yeah.
You gotta move rocks.
Have you ever done wax before?
No, I have. The only thing I've probably done were bongs, bong hits, water bongs. Because in college we couldn't really smoke in the dorms.
Bowls, yeah.
I did a bowl before. And I joints here and there with
To be honest, bowls hit more than I heard bongs really hit.
Bongs be hitting.
I never had a bong. So I would say that bowls really hit compared to dope. I don't care if you smoked your weed with Fronto. Let me tell you, smoke some weed with in a fucking bowl. That shit is going straight to your throat.
Instantly.
You're gonna die.
Instantly. I remember I took one pull. This is the time I was dating this guy. Everything happened freshman year, right? I took one pull of a bong hit. It was like a water bong hit. And I started coughing my lungs out.
That's me all the time.
Next thing you know, I hit a dude behind me like, yeah, she about to be smacked.
No, that's really what happens. And nobody believes me when I say this, but whenever you start coughing,
it's over for you.
It's over
it's
for
done.
you. It could be your first pull of a spliff, bro.
It's done
it's
for
over
you.
for you.
It's done
like
for
you're
you.
always, that's when you start to feel high.
I think I like the feeling of being high and drunk at the same, because it balances everything out. It balances each other out. Have you ever done that before?
Yes, but I don't. Honestly, I don't remember what it felt like because I haven't done it in a long time. But I can't say I really enjoyed it. You know why? I feel like I've always been like, no, you know what? No, I was not always a paranoid smoker. But I've always been paranoid of like mixing the two. So like I would like smoke a lot and probably take like a sip of liquor here and there. Like I would not OD on liquor because I feel like I would just
scared
be
to
like,
smoke
what
a lot.
the fuck
I don't know what it
happening?
is. I had a is it a derealization thing? Like when you don't think the world is real. That happened to me in high school. I used to smoke a lot in high school. And then there was one time that I smoked and you're good. I bugged out. I don't know if it was laced. I felt like it was laced or something. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was too strong for me. But I started having panic attacks, and then I started having like derealizations where like the world didn't feel real to me. So I stopped smoking until I got to college. Then I started dating some guy who like smoked a lot.
Yeah.
But that for a long time, I was like, yeah, I'm not smoking weed. And I've had that experience actually a couple of times in college where I'm just really nervous to smoke now.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable.
That's how I feel
but
too.
I be seeing everybody smoking. I'm just like, they're having such a good time.
Yeah.
Like, can that be me?
You know what it is? Like, so remember I told you I used to be like taking a lot of Motrin because of my condition and stuff. And so that was when like weed started to hit different. But before, I used to love weed. I mean, honestly, I still love weed. And that's why I wanted dispensary, because it's something that I miss. Like, it's like an addiction that is not working for me, but I still want it. Like,
I'm going to try a CBD.
Yeah. But I heard that CBD is like boring and it puts you to sleep.
Yeah, I heard it's boring too. But you know, like, I can still be cute. Smoking CBD.
You're going to be sleeping at the party. Like, you're going to smoke CBD and they're going to be like, Bree. I just have to do a line. No parties because it's a panoramic. But you know what I mean.
You didn't even catch what I said. Did you catch what I said?
No, what'd you say?
I said I was going to do a line.
No.
I'm just kidding. I don't do lines. I don't do none of those things.
Right. Yo. I have a friend with shrooms, but that's a conversation for another time.
You tried shrooms?
No, I have a friend with shrooms. I will not. Weed is not a gateway drug for me. I'm gonna let you know that right now. It's not a gateway drug
either. Facts.
I'm not.
I can't even handle weed.
No, but honestly though, like sometimes I'd be like, yo, I would try a psychedelic, but then I'd be like, no, I'm too paranoid for it.
Absolutely not.
I'm too paranoid.
Absolutely not. I already was bugging out with weed. Imagine us LSD or
ecstasy,
shrooms or Wait, is ecstasy a psychedelic?
You know what? I don't know.
I kind of want to try ecstasy.
Don't quote me on that because I don't know.
This may sound crazy, y'all. I haven't really done drugs except for like smoking, weed. But I low-key want to do ecstasy.
Yeah, I heard like it makes you like feel everything.
I want to be in the club like, I want to be in the club like Annalise Keating when she gets drunk.
But if you trip, you're gonna have a really bad trip.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So I don't know how people even do DMT.
And that, what's that?
DMT is like this drug that makes you have an ego death and then come back to life.
I'm okay. Thank you
like
so
you
much.
see God. Like people literally say that they die, they see God, or they see like lights, or they see like mad different things. They see the astral plane, whatever. And then they come back.
I'm so good.
Yeah, I'm good at that
so
too.
good on that. But before we get to our next current event, fun facts about weed being legal in New York for all the smokers out there. You can only smoke weed where you can smoke tobacco. Do not quote me on this, but you cannot smoke weed in a park. I think they said in city parks. Do not smoke and then drive. I know you guys will do it anyway, but it still will be considered a DUI. And yes, it's almost 4:20, so get high as fuck.
Smoke it up.
So what's our next current event, Bree?
The next current event, there is a toxic waste pond in Florida.
Right.
Okay. That's mad scary. Basically, let me find the article for you guys now. But basically, wow, why does it not want to play with me? So there's a waste pool near a whole bunch of power plants, and there's poor management over there on the waste pool, and then as well as like it's the structure of it is going to collapse. So what the government has done in Florida or in that specific town, they have evacuated everyone in the town, and like they're just waiting for it to collapse and to just burst with the toxic waste of water, and it's going to actually leak into, I think, Tampa Bay's. Do they have a river or a lake? Let me make sure. It's going to leak into Tampa Bay, and it's just going to be a whole bunch of toxic waste into the ocean. So that's going to be killing the fish and killing mad different stuff. And it's just really sad.
That is very sad.
Yeah.
It's like you have to think about like the people who live over there. Like, yeah, they evacuated, but this is where they live. So like, how are they going to find somewhere to like live permanently?
Right. And I just feel like with the government, like take climate change serious.
Yeah.
You know, climate change seriously. Don't be irresponsible with like things like this, like toxic waste ponds.
Bro.
What is it? What's the
honestly
point?
Like the world has done enough damage. Like let's like reverse it. But
there's 35 million gallons of wastewater over there.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's beast. It's really beast. I'm trying to like get some more off of this, but that is what's happening currently.
And that like reminds me of like, you know, when you see clips of certain oceans and it's like
brown and green.
Not even that, but you ever seen like an ocean where there's like it's just filled with garbage?
Yes,
like filled with garbage.
I have.
And it's like, that is fucking sick. Like, you know,
I used to think, why not drop our garbage in volcanoes?
What do you think would happen then? I genuinely don't know the answer.
Just eat it up, because by the time the garbage hits the magma, like it's over for it. No, there's a YouTube video on that. I'm gonna watch that.
Okay, send it to me. I'd like to see it.
Because
I don't know what to say.
We have so much garbage. Like instead of piling it up on islands and in rainforests or in the ocean, why not incinerate it? But maybe I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no answers.
But look into that article, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's pray for our Floridians.
Yeah.
Even though half the time we want to cut them off.
And the toxic pond.
And the toxic waste pond.
Yeah. So.
We did have a helpful as fuck portion.
We do.
Oh, no. We don't.
Okay.
And another time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, guys. Being that this is our first episode, we do not have our helpful as fuck portion, but this is our way of inviting you guys to ask us anything you'd like. If you want to ask us about cheating, about
monogamy,
sex, polygamy. If you want to ask us about should you sneak out the house.
If you want to ask us about sex clubs.
If you want to ask us about should you drink some tea in the morning. Anything you'd like to ask us, feel free. And you can email it to us at helpfulafk@gmail.com. Yes. That's helpfulafk@gmail.com. And we're so thankful that you guys have decided to listen to episode 1. There are many, many, many more to come. So
my last notes on this, right, because we told you guys this would be the podcast for you to be unapologetically yourself for the weekend, is if you're going to cheat, don't. Okay? Okay? Because that's not being unapologetically yourself. That's just being ungenuine. But, you know, live your best life. Be free. Make sure you don't be honest with others, because that's going to help you in the long run. And, yeah, do you have any last notes? Being unapologetic yourself this weekend?
Yeah.
What are you doing this weekend?
I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm supposed to be going
out. She getting drunk.
It's bad. Guys, I have an addiction.
Addiction to what?
To the liquor.
To rum punch.
Yeah. Honestly, to anything now. My boyfriend's birthday weekend and my birthday weekend, I was just like, where's the Henny? Where's the Henny? Where's the Henny?
Hennessy.
I love Henny.
You love Henny?
I don't know what happens, but I love Henny now. I do.
Absolutely
you can
not.
Ask anybody.
Absolutely not. I think Hennessy is just terrible.
Really?
I cannot.
You know, honestly, Hennessy is not terrible.
Let me tell you
why. It's all right.
All right.
It's all right. I used to think that. I'm not even going to hold you. I used to think that, and I don't know what changed. You know what? I'm lying. I went to a friend's birthday party last year. It was a small gathering, and they had shots of Henny, and I was taking it, and I did not feel sick after. And I felt like I was okay, and I had a few shots, and
I can agree with that. Brown liquor does not make you well, for me, did not make me throw up, but light liquor is over.
I feel like light liquor is the devil. I'm still gonna drink
Casamigos.
Casamigos is good though.
I was bugging out on Casamigos, but I loved it.
I had Casamigos like 2 weeks ago, and I felt like that was the best I ever felt. I did not fall asleep. I did not.
I was throwing up. I had my best friend was taking care of me.
Really?
Yeah, but it was a good time. I love Casa.
Definitely.
My amigo.
Yeah, I feel like tequila's
good. Always a good time. Brandy's a good time.
Because Casamigos is tequila, right?
Yeah,
but I meant Jose Cuervo, specifically Patron. Patron is like a sickening type of liquor. But my advice for this weekend is get drunk or high as fuck and relax.
This is the month to do it. Yes,
this is the time to do it. Summer is approaching. You know what? You guys should not be drinking because you want to get your bodies right. Detox.
You can drink wine now. Drink wine.
Yeah, detox now so that you can have a lit ass summer. And that is my advice to you.
And that's on period.
But if you drink, it's okay.
That's on period.
Yes. So thank you guys for listening. And we love you guys. Bye, hoes.
Bye, motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. Bye, hoes.